Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AzizDrives. Today I'm going to do one of my famous, very dumb fuel economy tests with a car that's not efficient at all, right? Or that's what we hear in the general opinion. A Maserati, especially a high mileage Maserati, cannot be fuel efficient at all. There is no chance whatsoever that this could actually have a good fuel consumption, right? Well, today I will try to prove you wrong, because today I'm driving 100 kilometers to the place I have to go. I had an appointment, so I'm not starting off the Tesla charging station like I usually do. But still, we will try to prove that I can drive this car pretty eco-efficient. So, let me pop the hood and show you what the engine is all about, so you understand what we actually have to deal with. Now, in all honesty, a high mileage Maserati, in my opinion, it's really not something that we should call reliable. But since it's my car and I have been driving it now for a couple of days or weeks, I understand that the engine drives silky smooth, and I really mean it. It has 190,000 kilometers and it has the ZF automatic with 6 speeds, but it's very long, right? The gear ratio is very long, so I can drive and hover at 2000 RPMs at around 120 kph. So I'm very curious to find out what this car can do. And without further ado, I think we should fill it up and then begin. So without further ado, I think we should fill it up. Now, I should inform you about one thing. This car has one of the biggest petrol engine tank that I've ever had in a car. And I'm talking about around 95 liters. Now, the thing is this, I sometimes don't know whether I should put 95 or 98 into this car. But since I've put an injector cleaner in, I just go with the 98, obviously the good stuff, right? You know, I don't want to save at the wrong side of the spectrum. So good petrol, let's see. This will take a while. And while this process is ongoing, which is going to take a while, I had a half a tank full. We'll have a look at the car. Now, you've seen it a couple of times. I have talked quite some shit about it. But as life goes on, I fell in love, right? And sometimes it's not the best car that is going to take your heart over. It is something that makes you feel special. And to be honest, you want the full honesty? I like to drive this car more than the M6. I said it. I like to drive it more than the M6 because it's more comfortable. It has plenty of power. It sounds absolutely incredible. And it's an easier going car than the M6. I don't know what it is, but... Oh! Okay, so that was the first click. I'll just confirm with the second one. That is it. 35.23 liters. Let's put that back. Let me show you proof, of course. Otherwise, some of you wouldn't believe it. Now, take the Maserati key. Okay. And now, the only thing left to do is to reset the trip A. So, resetting this. Let me check. Good. 0 kilometers, 0 everything, 0. All right, the tank is full, as you can see there. We are at the 190,019 kilometers, and we'll start our fuel economy test. So yeah, I'm quite curious to find out what this is going to be about, right? Now let us begin. Start it up, put it into drive, and then we will get going, my friends. We will get going. All right, now this is the ZF automatic, which means it shifts pretty smooth, to be honest, and it shifts at very low RPM ranges. So I don't need to do anything. I don't see the necessity of shifting myself. It really does an incredible job of shifting. Of course, the gearbox is German, so what do you expect? It is a fantastic gearbox. It feels so smooth, silky smooth, to be honest. Although the car has 190,000 kilometers. And I might unintentionally prove that Aston Martins, you see that? That's what a Maserati makes you with you. You feel like you're driving an Aston Martin. But I might unintentionally prove that Maseratis are actually reliable cars. So let's see what this will show after 100 kilometers, and of course let's see what I actually have to pay after 100 kilometers, because that is obviously the only reason why we do this. The fuel economy test, to prove to the world that you don't need electric cars. Now I know a lot of people will get mad for me for accelerating that slow, obviously driving a Maserati, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing this for the world, for the environment, for the people that are dreaming to drive a sporty car daily. Look at that. Just keep it on the speed, right? But look how good it turns here, man. We're driving 65. It's a very, very, tight corner. Now, 100 kph, look how I'm accelerating. Very gentle on the throttle. Oh, snap. This is going to be a close one. Yeah, made it. Very gentle. Oh no, a tunnel. No throttle, no throttle. So this might be actually the toughest fuel economy test I have ever done on a car, because I'm not driving my original route. I don't know how the traffic is going to be. I'm not fully on the autobahn. I have one part that I'm also driving a little bit on landly roads. So I'm very curious to find out what this car can do. And the problem is, I'm a little biased, right? Because everybody says, oh, the general opinion is unreliable, fuel economy terrible, drives terrible. But then I drove it, and all of a sudden I started to feel the specialty. I started to feel the sound. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's just loud, it's not fast. Yeah, well, congrats to you, Einstein, because I have yet to see an RS6, a BMW M5, and an E63 on the racetrack being the fastest. Never seen that before. Never seen that, okay? Or an S63, right? So this is a luxury limousine, and it shouldn't be fast. It should be special, okay? And I actually told you the wrong cars. I mean, this is compared to the A8 or S8 or 760, like something like that. And it is a little bit slower, but it is special. It really is. So I'm very curious to find out. 2 tons. Let's see. All right, friends, we are driving on landly roads. We are 20 kilometers into the drive, and this is what I meant. So we are at 10.8 liters, which is actually not that bad, but I would have preferred for it to be on the autobahn. But let's see. Hopefully they lie a little bit about the numbers and put it up a little bit. And as we arrive on the petrol station, it will be under 10 liters. That will be fantastic, because this is obviously a Ferrari engine. But to be honest, I have a slight feeling that it might even use more fuel than it says here. You know, I don't know what it is, but somehow, yeah. We'll see. Now, as you can see, here comes the problem, right? There's a traffic jam in front of us, and we're driving on a normal road. This is going to be the toughest fuel economy test I have done on a car. This poor Maserati. So hopefully it goes under 10 liters. Gentle on the throttle, come on. Man, this shit is killing my fuel economy. I had to stop here. Come on, gentle on the throttle, 2nd gear, 3rd gear. No, now there is a bus in front of me. Oh. Thank God it's at 24.2 kilometers. So we are at 10.9 liters, 11.1 now. Hopefully it goes down on the autobahn, because this is really bullshit. Well, let's see. I wanted to know the lowest fuel consumption, right? The absolute lowest point. For that I would have to drive on the autobahn with the climate control on and stuff like that, without turning off anything, like a real test. But I guess this is also a real test. I mean, this is just how it is on an everyday drive. So I'm quite curious, really. But I think it won't be the best one, but it won't be bad at all. Finally back on the autobahn. My God, now there is an uphill part here. Oh, this is literally the worst test I had to do on a car. Come on, Maserati, come on. I believe in you. You can show those modern cars that you can do it. Oldies Goldies, right? It might be crazy to you, but I love those cars. I mean, this comes from a time where cars were absolutely fantastic. The golden times of cars, the most evolved times, where they didn't have electric engines, nothing. This is a naturally aspirated V8, and all the competitors were naturally aspirated, driving wonderfully, sounding absolute exquisite. It was a beautiful time. It is just like the 90s, for example, for women. You know, where they didn't have all the Botox in their face, sprayed faces, whatever they do, like removing wrinkles and shit like that. No Botox, no pumped up lips, none of that. Where times were beautiful, where women were nice, everybody looked different. Nowadays they look all the same. I mean, I love it. I love this car. It reminds me of a better time. It really does. All right, friends, we are almost at the half of the trip, right? We've been driving 44.6 kilometers. I just got onto the autobahn and it says 10.5 liters. Now the needle hasn't moved a lot, so I hope that we still have a chance to be under 10 liters. I have to do it to the second click this time. I really hope that this car can do it. I really do hope it, but in any case, even if it doesn't, I mean, we really had a little bit of more tough conditions than with other cars, and I might do the test again a second time just to confirm, kind of. But it drives wonderful. It's really a wonderful experience to sit in. Really is. I mean, so silent, so nice to experience. Very, very good decision to buy it. Really is. Very beautiful car. It's a little bit like the Nürburgring race. All of a sudden started raining. I'm hovering here at 111 kph. We are at 78.4 kilometers and the clock says 10 liters. We have been driving for 1 hour because I had to stop to do a quick job for man, right? Let's see what it can do. I'm very curious whether the gauge will go down under 10 liters. I really hope so. Yeah. I mean, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Come on, Maserati, come on. You can do it. The fuel gauge dropped to 9.8 liters and we are at 98.1 kilometers. Man, but there's a little bit of traffic. Please, please, please clear up. Just a couple of meters left, friends. It says 10 liters. Let's hope that it did a little bit under 10 liters. That would be fantastic, really. But it was very tough for the car. It really was. I mean, we had so much traffic and we had normal roads and stuff like that, not just on the autobahn. I think if we just have been driving on the autobahn, it would have done a 9 liters. But let's see. At the moment of truth, 98.6 kilometers with this Maserati. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what it actually used. All right, let's see what 100 kilometers of drive cost me with this Maserati. Again, Aston Martin Maserati. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on, just stop. Come on. Ah, god damn it. Whoa, that's it. Second click. 11.08 liters on the second click. Didn't expect it to perform really incredible, but I still proved that this Ferrari engine can be driven eco-efficient. I mean, 11 liters for 190,000 kilometers Ferrari engine, right? I mean, that's really not bad. Come on. I think I will run this test again just to give the car another chance, but still I'm satisfied with that. I really am. I mean, 190,000 kilometers Ferrari 4.7 liter V8. It's really not bad. It's really not bad. It could have been much worse, much worse. People believe in 15 to 20 liters. It's really not that bad. So yeah, I think that's it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you and see you on the next one, friends. Goodbye.